This week, I'm changing it up a little. We're going to show you a little bit about what the new format coming into Season 3 is going to look like next year, because I'm going to start using it today. We're going to talk a little Broncos-Patriots. We're going to talk a little bit about James Harrison. Oh yeah, we're going to throw a party because Haley is in the unemployment line. We're going to talk a little MLB, we're going to talk some NHL, and I'm going to talk some NCAA football. I am the Trubl Zone. Good morning on the West Coast, good afternoon on the East Coast, and right here in the heart of the Midwest, you're in the red zone.
So right at night, your man is high on life. I arrive the same way. Now I'll decide. Scene set to get back. All the things we left behind. Step back, I'm coming inside. Alright, not here to start a fight. Are you receiving me?
Starting off my opening shots this week, the Broncos, the Patriots. Everybody's talking about it. Of course, why not? Because everybody's talking about you-know-who. I mean, come on. You can't even turn on the four-letter network ETPN, the Everything Tebow Production Network, without hearing his name. But I'm not going to talk about Tim Tebow, because I said when he plays like an NFL quarterback, I'll discuss him like one. I'm talking about the Broncos as a whole. The Broncos aren't going to beat the Patriots. Broncos fan, you can go sit on your pity pot, but you're not going to win this one. It's not happening. The Patriots are probably the best team statistically in the AFC. Actually, they are the best team statistically in the AFC over the past 5 years. You're not getting it done. You're not getting it done. It ain't happening. All right? Get over it. Offense in New England, better. You got Brady. That's all you need to say right there. That's all you need to say. Tom Brady. I hate Brady. Oh, cue it up. Even though it's a good take, it's still a Brady take, so we have to do the Brady alert. But look, Brady's not going to let the Broncos off the hook, and he's going to take advantage of that weakened secondary in their defense. Boy, is he going to take advantage of it. And you know Tom Brady's licking his chops, just ready to get on that field and make the Broncos look like a joke. So Bronco fan, get off it, get over it. It's not happening this week. James Harrison, again, with a dirty hit. Now he gets suspended. James Harrison needs to learn to evolve with the game or go home. 5 years ago, he would have been considered a dirty player. 10 years ago, every defensive coordinator in the sport would have been asking for him. The sport has changed. It is not all about crushing people with tackles. It's about the quarterback and it's about the receivers. Look at running games in the NFL. With the exception of the fluke over in Denver, Colorado, running games are almost a thing of the past. This is a passer's league. So James Harrison needs to realize that and realize they're not going to tolerate those kind of hits. So James Harrison either needs to evolve or go the hell home. Now on to something a little bit more happy for me. Who's gone? That's right, Todd freaking Haley. Jeez. Wow, it only took him 15 games to figure that one out. 15 weeks, folks. Took you that long, did it, Pioli? It wasn't the fact that he didn't play any starters in the preseason, and now most of his starters are out hurt. Gee, that wasn't a hint that maybe he needed to be gone? Well, this is a good move for the Chiefs, and it's a good move for the AFC West. It benefits both. Now, the only way the AFC West is not going to continue to be a joke is if the Chargers figure it out, wise up, pull their heads out of their rear ends, and get rid of Norv Turner. He's as bad as Haley. And as long as that guy is allowed to coach the San Diego Chargers, they might as well just kiss off going to the playoffs, just like the Chiefs under Haley. Moving on to the MLB, a lot of people are talking about the Albert Pujols contract. I'm over it. But what I'm thinking about in reference to that is Prince Fielder's younger than Pujols. He's not in the physical shape that Pujols is in, that's for sure. But he's younger, so he may think he's worth more. Question is, who's buying? Current rumors are talking about the Cubs. The Cubs could probably afford him. But when was the last time the Cubs put together a real team? Let's see. Cubs, Chicago, classless fans. Oh, never. The Mariners, they're probably going to be too far from his home, from where Fielder lives. So he's probably not going to want to do that. And they need more than Fielder. They really do. The Orioles, if they picked up Prince Fielder and paid him $300 million, let's say, for example. Actually, let's do a better example. If Fielder signed with the Orioles for $1 a year, they still couldn't put together a decent team. They can't. I was asked earlier this week if I thought Hanley Ramirez will stay in Miami as a third baseman. I do not think so. I think he's going to be gone. I think they're going to trade him. He does not want to move to third base. He's been abundantly clear about that over the past couple seasons. It's just not going to happen in his book. So, yeah, doubtful. Hanley Ramirez will probably not be in a Miami Marlin this year. Wow. I mean, seriously? Miami Marlins? I think I talked about this last week. Talk about nasty, disgusting-ass uniforms. Wow. It looks like a Dolphin jersey vomited, and you got a freaking Marlins jersey. Ugh. NHL, probably the worst news of the week coming out of the NHL is that Sidney Crosby's concussion is once again out with concussion-like symptoms. This is two huge things for the NHL. One, the NHL needs to take an NFL stance on concussions. They're a little bit more lax than the NFL, and let's be honest. And I don't want to hear from you, Canada, because I know you can name the Toronto Maple Leafs in first, second, and third line scoring lines. You can name both their defensive lines, both their penalty kills. Doesn't matter. Not talking to you. I'm talking to the average American sports fan. Name five. Name five NHL players. Sidney Crosby. Okay, there's one. Can you name four more? No, you can't. Because the average sports fan needs superstars to get interested. Sidney Crosby is the only transcendent star in the NHL. If he's out and he's going to end up being medically retired in all odds, man, does not bode well for the NHL with their already dwindling viewership numbers and no real networks picking them up. It's like bad news comes twice this season. First, the NBA doesn't die from their lockout, which I know many of us were hoping they would because it's a joke of a league. And now they're going to lose their only transcendent star in the NHL. So it's getting even worse for the NHL, and I really hope they can come up with some way to get through this. On to NCAA football. I was going to talk about this. Todd Graham, former head coach at Pitt, quitting via text. What a bogus, bonehead, classless move. The text reads, and I quote, "I have resigned my position at Pitt in the best interest of my family to pursue the head coaching position at Arizona State. Coaching there has always been a dream of ours, and we have family there. The timing of the circumstances have prohibited me from telling you this directly. Now I am on my way to Tempe to continue these discussions. God bless, Coach Graham." Wow! Seriously. What, you couldn't tweet it? You couldn't put it on Facebook? I mean, this guy is a big freaking joke. I mean, you walk in there, you haven't even been there a full year. You walk in there with we're a team, we're going to succeed, we're going to win. And then less than a year later, oh yeah, guys, I'm going to Tempe, Arizona. Here's the text message. Yeah, here, let me text that out for you. Yeah. Couldn't tweet it, couldn't Facebook it. What a loser. Todd Graham is a classless goon. And personally, I hope Then even a joke, like Boise State marches in there and just grinds Arizona State to a pulp. It's ridiculous. This dude should be laughed out of any stadium he ever walks into again. What a 10-year-old girl. Seriously. What a douche. Delta Bravo. As a matter of fact, because of that, Todd Graham, I am officially inducting you as a nominee for Douchebag of the Year. Yep, it's going to be, check it out or later today, right on the Trubl Zone Facebook, because I'm going to be throwing it up there. Douchebag of the Year. It's votable. It is a votable award for the Zonies this year. Todd Graham, you just made the list. When we come back, I'm going to bring you Pooch's Pick of the Litter, then another short break. I am the Trubl Zone. This is the Red Zone. Short segment here. Pooch's Pick of the Litter this week. Look, if you're in a fantasy football league, you know it's playoff time. Pooch says, truth is, it's time to stick to your guns. It's playoff time. I fully agree. However, if you need to make up a few more fantasy points, look, just play whoever you've got from the Packers. They're playing KC. Come on. We'll be right back with my picks. Welcome back. It's time for the Zone Picks. This week, I'm taking Dallas over the Bucks on Saturday Night Football. Dallas over the Bucks, Saturday night? Yes. It's Saturday. It's going to be Saturday Night Football tonight. Dallas over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On Sunday, I'm taking the Bengals over the Rams. Duh. Easy pick there, right? 3-year-old girl could have made that. Taking the Giants over the Skins. Once again, I hate the Redskins. I hate Mike Shanahan. And they don't have what it takes to go up against Eli Manning and the Giants. Taking the Saints over the Vikings. That's a lock. Wow. Hey, Drew Brees. Just go chill. Seriously, you don't need to play this game. Taking the Packers over the Chiefs. I mean, could there be worse scheduling for the Kansas City Chiefs? Yeah, you've already been beat down. Finally, they fired your coach. 90% of your freaking starters are on the DL. And now you got the Packers. I look for Aaron Rodgers to be putting on a freaking clinic with this game. Taking the Texans over the Panthers. I know, y'all know me. I love camera time. I'm a big supporter of camera time, but it's the Texans. It's not happening. Panthers are going to go down. Taking the Bears over the Sea Chickens. Once again, easy pick. 3-year-old girl could make that. Taking the Bills over the Fish. That's kind of an either way. But I really think it's in Buffalo. Let's see if the Fish can brave the cold waters. Titans over the Dolts. Again, Indy's going 0-16. Green Bay's going 16-0. Taking the Lions over the Raiders. The Raiders are falling apart. Don't know what's happening there. Bill Romanowski believes that they need to tear open the throat, reach down and grab some bacon, whatever the hell that means. Jets over Philly. Again, I just don't think Philly's going to do anything for the rest of the year. Desert Rats over the Browns is my upset pick of the week. Patriots and over the Denver Broncos, that is my zone game of the week. Make sure you watch it. Ravens over the Chargers. Frisco over the Steelers on Monday Night Football. And the Texans over Indy on Thursday Night Football. When we come back, it's time for 4th and goal. I'm the Trubl Zone. This is the Red Zone. Welcome back. This week's 4th and goal, I'm going to be talking about Bears wideout Sam Hurd. Y'all didn't think I was going to let this slide, did you? He got arrested for setting up a drug distribution network in Chicago. Yeah, like Chicago needs another one of those. I mean, are these NFL players and, well, professional athletes, period, serious? Do they not make enough money? I mean, $1 million contracts. Or, you know, I mean, if it's soccer, if it's Major League Soccer, all the Capri Sun you can drink and all the orange slices you can eat, whatever. Or if you're in the NHL, all the snow cones. I mean, those guys don't get really paid like the others. But seriously, this is not about money. This is not about a guy wanting to make more money. This is about a guy who's too stupid to realize he's got it made and wants to screw it up. It's a good thing for me that I'm not an NFL owner. Because if I was an NFL owner, I'd be getting sued for breach of contract and I'd be getting constant publicity because I'd be a hard ass. Sam Hurd, if you played for me, I'd have thrown your ass out as soon as this story broke. And I would not have paid you. You could sue me till you're blue in the face, I wouldn't care. But the fact is, there's no excuse for this. There's absolutely no excuse for this. This is worse than quitting via text message. Todd Graham, this is pathetic. This ranks up there with shooting yourself in the foot, making it rain at a freaking strip club. The NFL is getting a bad name because they keep allowing idiots like this into the league. Once the NFL gets a tighter handle on this, they're going to have as good of a reputation legally as Major League Soccer and the National Hockey League. I am losing my voice, so I will see you next week. For myself, Jay Rich, T Money, and the Pooch, this has been the Red Zone. Zone out.